This is Dave, man, of Lottodds. It is August 21st, 2023. Okay, this video is going to focus on let's see here, this column here, the 8 pair sum column with the counters. So I showed you how when you isolate a pattern, a certain pair sum pattern, and how you could count within 4 draws. If there's, like, for example, you see a whole bunch of highs here, right? And then, if they're isolated and then a low is due, well, that pair sum will hit again within 4 draws. I'm going to show you how you can determine what's going to hit next without isolating, just by looking at the highs and lows here. And this is really cool. You are going to get a lot of wins with this, okay? Now, when a low hits, it deals with four draws, right? Well, guess what? Instead of going forward now, when you isolate the pairs, right? If you isolate 8, 2, 2, or 8, 1, 3, or 11, 1, 3, whatever, you tend to go forward, right? But when you don't isolate anything, guess what? You go backwards. That's right, you go backwards. And this is really cool because look at this. I'm going to show you this. You see how this has high, high, high? So it gave a higher probability that the next one could be a low. Well, look what the low was. It was L4. Go backwards 4 and look what you see. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 9-1, buddy. 9-1. It told you right away what was going to hit right there. Okay, with the low. Okay, you know it was going to be either an 8-1-3, 11-1-3, 11-3-1, or 9-2-1. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was going to be one of these. Okay, that was going to hit. Okay? Because if a low hits, it's either going to be a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4. Let's try another one. Let me show you. Let me try to find another one here. Okay. Hold on, let's look for it. I want to see where you got a lot of highs and then a low hit. Here's one. Look. High, 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 high. So with 4 highs, it created even a higher probability that the next draw would be a low. And the low, again, would either be L1, L2, L3, or L4, right? Meaning the first draw, second draw, third draw, fourth draw. That's all the low could be, okay? So this is L3. Now let's go back 3. 1, 2, 3. Bam, right there. It's 10-1-1. It told you. So it could have been either, look, we go back 4. It could have been 10-3-2, 7-2-3, 10-1-1, or 8-1-3. One of these 4 would have hit next here, okay, if a low is coming out. Let's try another one. So here, let's look for another one. Got a lot of highs and then a low hit. Here's one. High, high, high. And then create a high probability those lows going to hit. It hit with an L3. Go back 3. 1, 2, 3. Bam, right there. 7, 2, 3. So you have 4, right? You'd have to go back 4, right? So because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it could have been either the 9s or the 7. The 9 or the 7 would have hit. Pair some 9 or 7. My God, you can't beat this. You cannot beat this. It's getting better and better. Okay, look at this. Let's keep going. Let me do one more. Okay, let me do one more. Let's find some highs and a low. And look at all these highs. We passed a lot of highs, right? Coming up. Look at New Mexico. Wow, look at all those highs. So if a low hits in New Mexico, and then you want to find something where you got like duplicates, right? Like look at the 7s and 8 and 9. Okay, so it'd go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it could be either the 7, 8, or 9 would hit. 7, 8, 9. And you know what it will be? It'll be 7, 2, 3, 8, 2, 2, 7, 3, 2, or 9, 1, 2. If a low hits right there, so one of these will hit. Definitely, guaranteed one of these are going to hit if a low hits next, okay? Can you get any simpler and better than that? All right? So, but you know what would be great? If you could find something like this. Oh, look at this. Look at this. All 8s and a 10. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. 8s and a 10. You got high, 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 and a low. So the only possibility, if this was going to hit, look at these all these highs. High, extremely high probability next draw could have been a low. And the only possibility that what could have won next was going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's actually going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. It was going to be, they had the 8, it could be 8 or 10 or 11. 8, 10, or 11, right there. Right there. And because 11s don't hit often, you had the 8 and the 10. 8 and the 10, buddy. You had two pair of sums only that could have possibly hit next, right there. Let's try one more. One more. Let's look at one more here. Let's see here. You've got a lot of ones that have a lot of highs coming up back to back. So you got a lot of plays here. Like, look at this one. Look at this one. High, high, high. If a low comes out next, there's only two possibilities, pair of sums that could come out. The 8 or the 9. The 8 or the 9 could come out next. Okay? Let's look at another one here. Let's see here. All right. Let's go back up here. I'm going to look at the ones that have H. Look at this. H, 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 H. Look at all these. So for Arizona, a low comes out next. The only possibility that could hit is going to be the 8 and 9 and 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know 11 doesn't come out that often. So we're looking at 8 or 9. If L comes out, it's a high probability that pair sum 8 or pair sum 9 will hit next right there. And it'll either be 8, 1, 3 or 9, 1, 2. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be 8, 1, 3, 9, 1, 2, or 8, 2, 2 will hit next. Okay, if this is a low, if the low comes out here, guaranteed. Guaranteed. I'm going to do one more here. Look at Connecticut. This is a good one. Look at high 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. High probability a low could hit next. And what will hit? What pair sum will hit? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. You got two 10s here. It will be either 8, 9, or 10. Guaranteed to hit if a low comes out here. So you're working with 10, 3, 2, 9, 2, 1, 10, 1, 1, and 8, 1, 3. But I would tend to look for where you got something where like this, something like that. If you got like 1, 2, 3, 4, all 9s, and look at that 1, 2, 1, 2, and 2, 1 in the back, and it was all highs, and the next one could only be a 9, 1, 2 or 9, 2, 1 that comes out. So you look for something where you have a lot of highs coming out and just like two pair of sums that could possibly hit. Let's see. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if this hits low next, it could either be a 7, 9, or 10. All right, I'm going to keep making these videos, and also just to let you know, we are going to come out with, right now we're coding an email alert, okay, for the 8 pair of sums counter here. So you can set this where whenever highs come out back to back, how many you decide, 2, 3, 4, 5, will alert you so you don't, in all states, so you don't have to keep going through these yourself. It'll send you an email telling you, like, for example, Arizona has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 highs, and you should come play this for the low. And it'll even tell you, you play the 8 pair sum, the 8 or 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 8 or 9 or 11. It'll tell you, play 8 pair sum, 8, 9, or 11. Right there, 8, 9, 11. Gotta love this. Wish you the best.